Today I have to draw two characters that we are seeing from a lower viewpoint. This is a fast sketch of what is happening. Kaya is looking back and upwards in surprise at Alex. It's only a sketch, so I need to check their perspective. These lines we connect somewhere out of screen in a vanishing point. Now that we have the perspective guidelines, it is more easy to find where the face features should be. The same goes for the shape of the body and how the shirt will look around the neck and the shoulders. Using those guidelines, I will now make another fast sketch. "This is my seat actually," he said. And she looks at him in surprise. Her hair is following her movement. We'll have to add some blur effect afterwards to show this movement. When you want to draw thick and straight outlines, you have to make your brush hard and to stop the shape dynamics in the brush options. Draw a dot at the start point, press Shift, and draw the next dot. Now you have a straight, thick line for the panel. Check the perspective to see the face features are where they should be. Looks like the eye is a bit misplaced. Use the Lasso selection tool if you need to make corrections to parts of your drawing. When you select the object, you can move and transform it, even rotate it as much as you want. Lasso selection tool, rotate, enlarge. If your lines are not thick enough, you can duplicate the layer and blur it. The blur effect makes some sharp lines disappear, and a pleasant shadow is added to the outlines, making them a bit thicker. I don't like them too thick, so I reduce the opacity of this blurred outline a bit. You can see how much softer and yet thicker they look. To do the same to the other character. To save time, I colored everything. Now let's do the shading. As always, I do the shading on a clipping mask layer. The light is coming from the window on the right. The outlines of the lighter parts don't need to be so thick, so we delete them a bit. We'll add even more light later. When there is strong light, the shadows are darker and more outlined. The hair is always quite fun to draw. First, with a big soft brush, we light up the illuminated part of the hair. Then add small details with a thinner brush. I draw these details on the layer with the outlines because sometimes they overwrite them. Now we have to add the movement effect. What I do is, I duplicate all the layers and merge them into one. Then I motion blur the duplicate layer, but as you can see, it is too much. So I delete parts of it. I have the original underneath, so I can delete only the parts I need to be sharper not so blurred. All done.